Having bad aim in COD Mobile is not that hard to fix. This video I'll give you tips and tricks to improve your sniping. Let's start with how to fix your aim. Take a look at this side by side. We can clearly see that the first one didn't shoot the enemy despite aiming perfectly while the second one shot the enemy. Well, this is because the first one misclicked the screen, that's why the enemy didn't get shot. Accidentally clicking other buttons and wrongly pressing the screen is a mistake that every player should remove. Fixing this will make sure you kill the enemy with 100% certainty. Well, you can actually fix that in the settings. If you go to basics and scroll down, you'll find Mistouch prevention. This will fix mistouching and prevent you from having this accident, so I recommend you turn this on. Now, if you scroll down at the settings, you'll see ADS, and there are 4 settings in this. Let's start with tap to ADS. This is where you only need to tap once to scope to the enemy, and tap once again to scope out. Next is tap and hold to ADS. This setting requires you to hold in order to scope, and to scope out, you need to remove your hold. Next is hybrid ADS. This is where both tap to ADS and tap and hold to ADS are combined, meaning it works, you can tap it once or hold it to scope. Next is double tap to ads. This one is weird, because once turned on, it removes your scope button, but if you double tap the side of the screen where your scope button should be, it makes you open ADS. Alright, the setting I recommend for you to use is tap and hold to ADS because this is what most pro players use. But if you play with fast movement, I think tap to ADS is what's best for you because it makes you scope in and scope out much faster. Meanwhile, if you want both, turn on hybrid ADS. Even though this is very underrated, it is still a useful setting. Have you died to an enemy waiting for you at a corner? Well, this is the next tip, which is to scout enemies at corners at all times. Obviously, when using a sniper, you have to be aware of your environment, meaning that you have to pre-aim at almost every corner you think an enemy would hide. To pre-aim properly, what I like to do is scope to an entrance or a place where an enemy might enter, then wait for a second if someone is going to enter. If none, I scope out and move forward. I also do this at corners where I think enemies might be hiding. Also, your crosshair should be placed at the center or in the middle of your screen. So, if an enemy suddenly appears, you can immediately shoot it without having to worry about moving your aim to the top part of the body. If your centering is not good, you'll most likely hit mark the enemy instead of killing them. Which brings me to my next point, which is different gunsmith means different use. Take a look at the difference between this two. It is clear that the first one scopes much slower than the second one. But that doesn't mean that the first one is worse than the second one. The first gunsmith is used for long-range distance shots and for players who wait at one spot and hard scope enemies when they appear. On the other hand, the second gunsmith, which is the one with the fast scope, is used for hardcore rusher, who dominates the game while changing spots consistently. This means that you need to at least have the same guns with different gunsmiths to your loadouts. What I like to do is click this copy button at the bottom, select the loadout I want to place it at. And after that I then change the gunsmith of the gun that I just copied, so that I have the same gun but with different uses. Pro tip, the best meta snipers to use this season are Artic, Koshka, Locus, and DLQ, and here is a gunsmith for fast ADS. If you want to know how to get smooth movements in under 5 minutes, click this video. I promise you won't regret it.